Hey, welcome to another episode of What's Your Story? I'm Patrick, just Cat Gatton. Some of you guys gonna know this guy, and some of y'all not. But if you from Mississippi and you love high school sport, you gonna know him. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
All right, I'm Blake Levine. I run the Magnolia Shine Podcast TikTok page. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I mean, I wore my hat just for this, but it's because I'm balding. Yeah, exactly. And then I'm also Blake Levine, sports reporter on Facebook. Get me on Twitter, which is Blake Levine. But yeah, no, I'm the guy that covers high school sports, college sports, anything you want. If it's controversy, I'm talking about it. If it's positive, I'm talking about it. If it's negative, I'm also talking about it.
That is Blake. So Blake, with all that being said, man, hey, make sure y'all go like and subscribe to Blake YouTube channel, his Facebook, TikTok. This guy is phenomenal, man. He gave me the opportunity to interview him.
Oh, stop it.
Wait, I mean, you didn't have to.
I said yes, because it's you.
Just kidding. Y'all heard that because it's me. So Blake, what's your story, man? Another episode, man. How did you even get started in journalism, man?
Yeah, so I'm from Los Angeles originally. That's why
wow.
That's why you can hear my voice and there's no southern twang to it. I went to school at Syracuse, which is why I'm wearing it today. I don't always wear it. Sometimes I do. And I got a journalism degree, broadcast journalism. And my first job was a news reporter out in Tallahassee, Florida. I covered some South Georgia football, Valdosta, Thomasville. I mean, these are some really good. I mean, I hate to say it, but South Georgia, it's comparable. I mean, these are great football areas. North Florida, really good too. Then I got a job in Greenville, Mississippi as a sports news kind of anchor reporter. Worked with the great Stephen Robinson. Shout out to you, Stephen Robinson. You're one of the legends. You got to interview him at some point.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's great. He's great. He's been doing it for 30 years. He's one of the longest standing TV guys. Actually, he might be the longest standing local TV guy in the state. Really? And then you got Rick Cleveland, Daddy, as a writer. Then I got a job at WJTV where I was a sports director for 4.5 years, and now I'm just kind of talking on social media.
So with that being said, your story, you come from LA, went to Syracuse, went to South Georgia, Florida, and now you're here in Mississippi. And I know you started with end up at
WJTV.
WJTV. So what brought about the Magnolia Shine podcast? What inspired you to do it? Because you're no longer with them, correct?
What? No, I'm not.
Okay, what inspired that, man?
Well, personal life stuff happened, and me and a girl I really like, so it changed my life, and I had to make some decisions. This is something that I started as a hobby, and it's something that I loved. It's something I want to stay, semi-connected, just because I love it. WJTV was a great place to work. I would suggest working there for anybody, right? I mean, they're a great company. They do great job sports, and I wish I could have been there longer, but I just had to, personal life stuff changed, and that happened. So that's why I had to eventually go, and then this was my hobby to stay connected.
So with the Magnolia Shine with the podcast, have you faced any kind of challenges, just getting it up and going, which I don't think so, because you pretty...
Well, the challenge is just staying consistent, right? I mean, people want stuff now, and sometimes I'm like, am I posting too much? And then it's like, no, the people want more. They want more. And look, if they don't like it, they'll just ignore it.
They will.
Right? And they'll come back for the stuff that they want to see, right? So I got a lot of people that follow my Facebook page that are Jackson State fans, Ole Miss fans, Southern Miss fans, right? But I'm going to post 30 things from a high school football game here in a second. And the people that don't care are just going to ignore it. And then when I post about Jackson State, when I post about Ole Miss, they'll be back. And I'm like, wow, they don't just ignore my page because I'm covering a lot of things. They just come and go depending on what they want to see. So never be scared to overpost.
Okay, well, consistency and just do it. And I'd look at it with your story alone, man, where there's no risk, there's no story. And so you took a risk and you, like I said, my daughter is crazy about you. She is crazy. So Vance, I'm shouting you out right now. But with all that being said, man, as your journey going into journalism, reporting period, what story just really kind of stuck out to you?
Like an individual story?
Yeah, just an individual that kind of say, this is what I need to be doing.
I started doing these, top 10 offenses. Who are the top 10 junior baseball players coming next year? And then I did some predictions for high school baseball championships. And I was like, people really like to pick stuff. People like to say I'm wrong, It's funny because I'm right more than I'm wrong, but to the school that I'm wrong against, I'm always wrong. So, it's fun though, because the kids come down onto the field and they're like, you picked against us. And they think that somehow I'm feeling bad. And I'm like, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. And I'm glad that I can bring, I can bring, like, I hate to say it, bring a little villain, like, to it.
People like it.
I'm sure when Stephen A. Smith walks through a Laker game and he picks not the Dallas Mavericks, they traded Luka over there. When the New York Knicks are playing the Lakers and, he picks the Knicks and the Lakers go and they beat the Knicks and Stephen A. is at the game for whatever reason. I bet you there's fans that go, hey, we told you so. We told you so. And you know what? That's good. It's good for the game. It's good for everything, because the reality is while I do the picks, it's about bringing the engagement to the kids and to the games and all that. And if I'm the person that you can say, hey, you were wrong, but you got more into it because I was wrong, or I'm right, or, I don't agree, that's a good thing for everybody.
Yeah, it is. I liked it. And, man, I just know one thing, man. You said something about the kids. The kids love you. When I say they love you, and they know more about you than I know about you. And so, with that being said, man, how do you decipher between just your high school sports and just say the Michigans and the Syracuse? And do you just, on your podcast, because I noticed you talk about it a little bit, but you mostly focus on just high school level and Mississippi period. That's what I guess.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the TikTok, it's both. I mean, I probably do a little bit more high school than that, and Facebook, it's definitely both. It really just depends, I just like Mississippi sports. There's no rhyme or reason. And if I see something cool in high school, which I tend to see something cool in high school every single day, let's talk about it. We're close to basketball, baseball season. If people think that I'm not going to talk about that, I'll talk about that too. We're ready. I mean,
gotcha.
Football season, obviously the biggest season, but you know what? There's some passionate sports, and sometimes I do women's sports too. I try to touch it all as best I can.
Gotcha. I know, I like that. Hey, here's another thing I want to ask you about, man. So you're going to have to come to North Mississippi, man. You're going to have to spend a little bit more time in North Mississippi. We got there's athletes everywhere, man. I see a ton of people tagging you in posts like, hey, like, talking about their kid or whatever the case, man. But come to North Mississippi and give us a little shine too, So, but you, just show up.
Basketball is about to start. Biggersville, Booneville. I mean, all those schools are going to be good at basketball, or they're good right now, So it's just about what's happening. I do my best. There's 300 and 400 schools, 10,000 athletes plus, and it's like, well, why aren't you talking about this? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I'm one guy. I'm trying my best.
Which you do a good job at. Like I said, continue on with the TikTok, man. But if you have someone that's want to start their own podcast, similar to what you're doing, what advice, you did say earlier, be consistent and all that. But here's one thing, man. Everybody's scared to do something, man. And what is some of your golden rules that you live by in life, man? Like, this is a non-negotiable. I got to do this.
Every opinion that I say, I'm not engagement farming. I'm not doing it for engagement. I mean, look, obviously, like I like the good engagement. I mean, I can't lie about that. Everything I say on my TikTok, my Facebook, my YouTube, I mean it. Just mean what you say, And if it's controversial, then do it. And if it's boring, then do it, right? It's but do not fake who you are. Don't try to, fake your voice. Don't try to, change your opinion. Just say what you think. And if people disagree, cool. If they agree, cool. Just, it has to be you, because I know, everybody knows when it doesn't seem right.
Gotcha. And you're right. People love realness.
Even if they disagree, they like the realness.
They love it. They love it. And
I've never said something on my Facebook or TikTok just for it. Now, people sometimes accuse me of that. If I post it, I mean it.
Gotcha.
I mean it 100%. There's no 90%. I mean it.
You're all in.
All in. If I think a coach should be fired, or if I think a coach should be hired, I mean it. I'm not just making stuff up.
Gotcha.
And then I'm not going to purposely report false stuff.
Yeah. And we talk about coaches being fired and moving on. We ain't, scratch it. We're not even going to say, what I'm about to say, but we're not even going to talk about that. But Blake, I do got one question it's our last question, man. Why do you wear that John Deere hat? I know you said to cover that, man.
Okay, so here's the story about it. First off, this hat was given to me by a guy that used to intern with us, and he was a really nice kid, and he said to me one time, he said, my mom helps with John Deere, would you like some hats? I said, sure. Sadly, I lost one of them because the other one looks really cool too. I lost it. I started wearing it because, I don't like my hairline. I'm just, I gotta be honest with people.
Embrace it, baby.
Yeah,
Embrace it.
I don't lie to people. I tell them at the football games, I'm like, it's because I don't like my hairline. And so I started wearing it and then, I didn't have a mustache when I was on TV, so I wanted to grow one. I wanted to see what it looked like. Well, what happened was, as this started to take off, it became the uniform. And now it's just like, I have to wear it.
I got you.
I feel like if I didn't wear a John Deere hat, the comments won't even be about the video I just did. It'd just be like, where's the hat? Where's the hat? Now, I did shave my mustache one time when West Point beat Tupelo, so you see me without a mustache, but I grew it right back.
Gotcha. And hey, with that being said, John Deere, y'all need to sponsor this man.
It would be nice.
Yeah, sponsor him. He didn't say it, I said it. Yeah, he wear your hat. Now, come on, quit playing. Or, hey, I live in Chickasaw County. We got Chickasaw equipment now. They'll sponsor you. I put you out there, Frank, so I let you know.
I think about it.
All right, that work. But with all that being said, Blake, anything you want to say? Little word of encouragement, anything?
Yeah, it's not really encouragement. It's more of a thank you.
Okay.
Thank you first for doing this. And then secondly, it's a thank you to all the people that watch, because, when these athletes talk about this stuff, it's nothing without the fans. It's nothing without the people showing up. Sometimes it's a blanket statement. Sometimes it's really true. And it is true, because athletes don't get paid unless fans show up to games. True. If all of a sudden fans stop showing up to games, coaches are getting fired, things are happening, because at the end of the day, that is what brings everything together. So for me personally, the fact that people watch my videos, they watch them throughout, they they engage, and all that stuff, there is none of this without those people doing that. I mean, and I don't mean that in a casual way. I mean, literally, if tomorrow people stopped engaging, I don't have anything. So I appreciate it. Please continue to do that, because it helps me, it helps you, it continues everything going.
With all that being said, I'm gonna end it on this, y'all. With Blake being my witness, you don't have to be great to get started, but you need to get started to be great. So just remember that, the one and only, the myth, the legend, Blake. And also, man, what's your host name?
Trellis Williams.
Trellis, I'll get you next time, bro, I promise.
Yeah, get Trellis, he's a good kid.
Got you. So with all that being said, until the next time, y'all, what's your story? It's the one and only, Just Cat.